All right, so today we're diving into this guide on building an artist media kit. So for anyone out there thinking long-term about their art, this could really be a game changer.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and see what we can pull out of this guide to help everyone listening craft a media kit that really sings.
Yes.
And right off the bat,
Right.
the guide, it kind of challenges this whole thing about like a media kit just being a formality, check it off the list.
It's just a thing you have to do, right?
Yeah, just get it done. But it really emphasizes this whole storytelling aspect.
Totally. I think
Yeah.
that's really key for artists,
Yeah.
is figuring out how to, bring that in.
Because it's like, it's more than just like, here's all my art, right?
Yeah.
You're showcasing your art, but you're showcasing you.
Yes. You're showcasing you.
Which can be a little scary, I think, for some
Yes,
people. But it's like, you are the artist. You're the creative force. And
Yeah.
it's about building those connections,
Right.
with galleries, with sponsors.
Absolutely. And even potential fans down the line, like
Right.
building that trust, building that narrative.
Staying in that relationship, really.
Exactly. And that should really run through every single element of the media kit, right?
Totally. And speaking of those elements, the guide actually breaks down 8 essential components
Yeah.
of a really powerful media kit. Okay, so what's the secret sauce? Like, what are these 8 things?
All right, so you got your introduction, and obviously that needs to be super engaging
Right, from the get-go.
right off the bat.
Mhm.
Then you've got the artist statement,
Okay.
you got your concise bio,
Mhm.
and then a resume.
Hold on, a resume, isn't that like a little corporate for the art world?
I know, right? It might seem that way, but it's almost like a quick snapshot of your achievements.
Yeah.
So for those people who, they just want those bullet points.
Right.
They don't have time for the whole story.
Mhm.
It kind of complements the bio, right?
Yeah.
Because the bio is going to be more narrative.
Right.
But this gives them those, just like the hard and fast, like, here are the exhibitions I've been in.
Yeah, like a highlight reel.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
Like,
let's have.
here are the awards I've won. Here are the things I've done.
So it's appealing to those different learning styles.
Yes.
Some people want the story. Some people just want the straight up, like,
Great
Zach,
message.
what have you done? Exactly. Okay, that makes more sense. What else we got?
High quality images of your artwork, of course. And the guide is really specific about this, emphasizing professional photography.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Because bad lighting can ruin the most amazing painting.
100%.
It's like trying to sell a gourmet meal with this, like, blurry,
Yes.
badly lit photo. Nobody's going to want it.
Exactly.
Okay, so good photos, that's key. What about press? Because I feel like that carries a lot of weight.
Huge. So the guide suggests including press releases for major events.
Yeah.
Like, let's say you had a big exhibition.
Right.
Include the press release for that.
Right.
Or if you won an award, think of it as prepackaged news. You're making the journalist's life easier.
They don't have to do extra work.
Exactly.
They can just be like, oh, perfect.
Here you go.
Copy, paste, boom.
Exactly.
I love it. Okay, that's smart. And then kind of on that same note, having some actually published articles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They call it mentions in reputable publications.
All right.
Super valuable.
It adds credibility.
Huge for social proof.
It's like, look, people are already paying attention.
Yeah, you're legit. And then, of course, you can't forget contact information.
Right, because how else are people supposed to get a hold of you? I mean, they're going to be blown away by this incredible art, this incredible media kit. They're going to need to know how to reach you.
Exactly.
So I'm seeing a theme here. It's really interesting how much emphasis there is not just on showcasing the work, but showcasing you, the artist.
Yes. Personal branding. It's huge.
And how does that translate into the design of the actual media kit itself?
Oh, that's a great question. So,
Should we be like rating the arts and crafts bin?
okay, hold on.
Glitter, googly eyes.
Let's hold the glitter.
Okay.
The guide is all about consistency.
Okay.
Consistency with your brand as an artist.
Gotcha.
So if your work is very minimalist,
Right.
your media kit shouldn't be this like explosion of color and craziness. It's about quality over quantity.
Okay.
High-res images.
Clean fonts.
Clean fonts. Yeah.
So channel your inner design guru,
Yes.
but like don't go overboard.
Exactly. Now, one of the big debates the guide tackles is digital versus physical.
Ooh, okay, good one. Is it even worth printing these things out anymore?
Right. It's a big question. And it's tricky because
Yeah.
digital is just so much easier. and it's cost-effective and eco-friendly.
So easy.
But there is something to be said about, like, a beautifully designed physical kit,
Right.
especially for those in-person meetings.
It's like that whole debate, e-reader versus a physical book.
Yeah.
You know, they both have their place. So for the artist, what's the verdict?
Ideally, you have both, right?
Right.
But if you have to prioritize,
Yeah.
the guide seems to lean towards digital.
Okay.
Just because of its broader reach. You know, it's cheaper,
Mm.
you can update it. It just makes sense.
Especially in this digital age. But then that opens up all sorts of other possibilities, right? Like, if you're going digital, you can embed videos.
Absolutely.
You can make it interactive.
You're already thinking ahead, which is great. And that's something we should definitely dive into, all of that.
Yes.
Because the guide touches on that as well. And you're right about those possibilities with digital being really exciting.
Yeah.
You know, the guide even mentions artists experimenting with AR,
Oh, wow.
augmented reality.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, imagine like someone could just slip on their AR glasses
Okay.
and be walking through like a virtual gallery of your work.
That's like next level stuff.
It would be so cool.
You're not just telling them about your art, you're dropping them right into it.
Talk about a memorable experience.
Yeah, you're creating that immersive experience,
Yeah.
right? But even without going full like sci-fi future,
Right.
there are a lot of ways to make a digital media kit stand out.
Like what? Give me the inside scoop.
Okay, well think about like embedding videos.
Okay.
People love to see behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, the process.
Right. So they can really get a feel for like
Right, like who are you?
exactly who you are, how you work.
Yeah.
You could even do like an interactive gallery where they can like zoom in on details of your work.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
So it's like they're getting a guided tour, but digital?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm on board with this whole digital media kit thing. Now, one thing I'm still a little unclear on, the guide talks about media kits and press kits.
Oh, what's the difference?
Yeah, that's a really common point of confusion.
Okay.
And I think the guide does a good job of clarifying this.
Okay.
So think of your media kit as like your always on hand introduction.
Okay.
It's comprehensive, you know, it gives an overview of you as an artist.
Right.
Like, this is what you'd send to like a gallery owner
Mm-hmm.
or a potential sponsor or just anyone who wants to get to know you and your work better.
So it's like your artistic calling card.
Exactly. A press kit, on the other hand, is very specific to like an event or an announcement.
Okay.
So let's say you have a big exhibition coming up.
Right.
The press kit that you would send out is laser focused on that event. It would include the press release
Okay.
with all the details, high-res images from the exhibition, things like that.
So it's like a targeted news package
Yes.
for journalists.
Exactly.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
But wouldn't there be some overlap between the two?
There can be, but the key is tailoring, right? Your media kit is that broad overview. That's the 30,000-foot view.
Right.
Your press kit zooms in on something specific.
Gotcha.
And that idea of tailoring your message also applies to the world of media kits, too.
Wait, so you're saying I shouldn't just have like one generic media kit
You could.
and send it out to everybody?
You could, but it's not going to be as effective.
Okay.
This guide really stresses customizing your media kit for whoever you're sending it to.
So like a different one for if I'm sending it to a gallery
Yes.
versus a potential sponsor?
Absolutely, because a gallery owner is going to be interested in different things
Right.
than a sponsor.
Right. Like what?
So like a gallery owner is going to want to know
Yeah,
about your
okay.
artistic style,
Okay.
your exhibition history,
Yeah.
like what kind of critical acclaim you've gotten.
Right.
A sponsor, on the other hand, cares about your reach,
Okay.
your audience demographics,
Mm-hmm.
how aligning with you will benefit their brand.
So it's all about highlighting what matters to them,
Exactly.
speaking their language.
Yes.
Okay, this is making a lot more sense now. But wouldn't that be incredibly time consuming to make all these different versions?
It's an investment for sure.
Yeah.
But the guide stresses quantity over quantity.
Right.
You don't need like 100 generic media kits floating around on the internet.
Right.
A few that are very highly targeted are going to get you so much farther.
Okay, I'm convinced. Now, what other, like, nuggets of wisdom
Okay.
does this guide offer for making your media kit really pop?
Okay, well, it closes with some really excellent practical advice. One, update, update, update.
Keep it fresh.
Because an outdated media kit sends a message in itself.
Right. It's like you're not,
It's like you're not really doing anything.
yeah, you're not active.
Exactly.
Just collecting dust.
Exactly. Another tip, make sure it's easily shareable.
Oh, right.
That means,
Easy to download.
yes, easy to download, not a massive file size.
Right.
And here's a big one for a lot of artists. Don't be afraid of a little self-promotion.
Yeah, that's always the hardest part for me.
Really.
Yeah, it feels, I don't know, braggy.
But think of it as just sharing your passion.
Okay.
You're proud of your work.
Yeah.
And rightfully so.
Right.
The guide really encourages artists to kind of like embrace their accomplishments and really let that authentic voice shine through.
So it's not about being someone I'm not.
Exactly.
It's just about showcasing the best version of myself.
Yes. As an artist.
Okay, I like that.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
Oh, and one final tip. Don't be afraid to ask for feedback.
Oh, that's a good one.
Right. Show your media kit to your friends,
Yeah.
other artists, mentors, anyone who can give you some good, objective advice.
Yeah. Fresh eyes can make all the difference.
Totally.
It's like having like a secret weapon or something
Absolutely.
to really help you put your best foot forward.
And remember, the art world is constantly evolving. So
Yeah.
the guide really encourages artists to stay curious, embrace technology,
Okay.
and just always be looking for those new ways to tell your story.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's not just about like following the rules. It's
Right.
about pushing boundaries, which is what your art is all about too, right?
Exactly.
And speaking of pushing boundaries, we were talking about this a little earlier, but I'm still kind of geeking out about the whole augmented reality thing
Oh, yeah.
in a media kit.
It's so cool.
The guide mentions some artists are already experimenting with this, right?
They are. Yeah, it's still early days. But
Yeah.
like, imagine this.
Okay.
Someone downloads your digital media kit
Okay.
and they click on, let's say, a sculpture.
Right.
But instead of just seeing a static image,
Yeah.
it transforms into like a 3D model
Oh.
that they can rotate
Oh my God.
and examine from all angles.
That's next level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Isn't that cool?
It's bridging the gap between digital and like the physical world, which feels so important these days.
I know, especially with everybody kind of glued to a screen all the time.
Right, exactly.
It's like you're bringing the art to them in this really cool way.
It's an experience.
Yes.
It's not just, here's my art. It's like, come experience this with me.
Exactly. Exactly. And I think that's a really powerful takeaway from all of this.
Yeah.
The practical stuff is definitely important,
Right.
but don't lose sight of that bigger picture.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're inviting people into your world.
Yeah.
Make it memorable.
I love that.
Yeah.
So as we kind of wrap up here,
Okay.
what is like the one thing you want our listeners to walk away remembering today?
I think the biggest thing is that a really good media kit. It's not just a formality. It's not just something you check off a list.
It's an opportunity.
Yes, it's an opportunity, and it's your chance to really connect with people.
Put yourself out there.
Yes, in this really genuine and authentic way.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, you've given me a lot to think about. I think I need to revamp my media kit now.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for this conversation. This was great.
My pleasure. It was great chatting with you.
And for everyone listening out there, keep those creative sparks flying,
Yes.
and we'll catch you on the next deep dive.